Before there was Cloud and Sephiroth, before Materia, Limit Breaks, and AAA graphics, there was a game. A simple game, with 4 heroes, 4 crystals, and a story that started it all. This is Final Fantasy I. The game that not only saved Squaresoft, but laid the foundation for an entire RPG empire. Today, we're recapping the full story of Final Fantasy I, in just 20 minutes. Let's rewind the clock, back to 1987. Final Fantasy I opens in a world on the brink of ruin. The 4 elemental crystals, earth, fire, water, and wind, have lost their light. Monsters roam freely, natural disasters are rampant, and civilization teeters on collapse. But all hope is not lost. You control the Warriors of Light, 4 nameless heroes, each carrying a darkened crystal. You choose their classes: Fighter, Thief, Black Mage, White Mage, Monk, old school RPG style. With no backstories, they're blank slates, your party, your way. Their journey begins in Cornelia, where Princess Sarah has been kidnapped by a rogue knight named Garland. So of course, your first quest is to storm the Chaos Shrine and take him down. Garland falls easily. But just before he dies, he utters a cryptic warning, and vanishes. You save the princess, the king rebuilds a bridge in your honor, and your true quest begins: restore light to the 4 crystals, and bring balance back to the world. Your journey takes you across land, sea, and sky. The world is non-linear, but your main objective is to defeat 4 powerful fiends, each controlling 1 element and corrupting a crystal. First up, the Earth Crystal. The land around Melmond is decaying, trees dead, soil rotting. At the bottom of the Terra Cavern, you battle Lich, the Fiend of Earth. Once defeated, the Earth Crystal glows once again. Next, the Fire Crystal. In the volcanic Mount Gulg, lava flows endlessly and monsters thrive. Inside, you face Merilith, the Fiend of Fire. Another crystal restored. Then, the Water Crystal. You sail to Onrak and dive into the sunken shrine, an ancient ruin beneath the sea. There, you face Kraken, the Fiend of Water. 1 more to go. Finally, the Wind Crystal. Using an airship, you heard that right, you reach the Flying Fortress, a high-tech ruin floating in the sky. It's home to Tiamat, the Fiend of Wind. She's fierce, but you prevail. With all 4 crystals lit, the world begins to heal, but something doesn't feel right. Just when it seems like peace has returned, the truth is revealed. Garland, the knight you defeated at the beginning, isn't gone. He was pulled back in time by the 4 fiends, and using their power, became something far worse: chaos. See, the fiends sent Garland 2,000 years into the past. There, he became Chaos, who then sent the fiends into the future to ensure his resurrection, creating a time loop that traps the world in eternal decay. So, what do the Warriors of Light do? They travel back 2,000 years to break the loop at its source. You fight through the past versions of the elemental dungeons again, take down the fiends a second time, and finally reach the true Chaos Shrine, where Garland awaits. The final battle against Chaos is no joke. He's stronger than any foe before, casting spells like Karaja and Flare, and packing serious physical power. But after an epic showdown, the Warriors of Light emerge victorious. Chaos is defeated. The time loop is shattered. The world is saved. With Chaos gone, time resumes its natural flow. But no one remembers the battle. The Warriors of Light return to their era, quietly, anonymously, their deeds forgotten by history, but not by the player. Final Fantasy I doesn't have complex character arcs or massive plot twists by today's standards. But in 1987? It was revolutionary. It blended high fantasy with sci-fi, threw in nonlinear exploration, and introduced the classic Final Fantasy formula: crystals, classes, epic battles, and unforgettable music. It was called Final Fantasy because it was meant to be Square's last shot before bankruptcy. Instead, it launched one of the most beloved franchises in gaming history. And it all started with 4 silent heroes, and a broken time loop. Thanks for watching this full recap of Final Fantasy I. If you enjoyed this dive into retro RPG storytelling, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. We've got more classic game recaps on the way. Until next time, keep your crystals shining.